What will happen when I add the value of this dictionary to the value of this dictionary? Call Al is 4, Bert is 3, 4 plus 3 is 7. Save and run it, and there's 7. What will be the output when I run this? It printed 1, 2, then this line switched them, and then it printed 2, 1. This is a derivative calculator. Put pretty much any function in here, this will print out the numerical derivative. This calculates the derivative and returns it. Save, run it. Derivative of f of x when x equals 4 is 8. What will it print when I run this? This is adding arrays A and B together. Put in a list, this converts them to an array. Same here. Save, run it. 2, 4, 6, because it adds element-wise. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6. This is an efficient way to write variables in Python. You can do them all in one line and print x, y, z. Control S to save, Control Alt N to run. And there it is, 1, 2, 3. What will it print when I run this? This can be considered kind of like a list. Index location 0, 1, and 2. Save, run it, and it prints A. What will happen when I append the square of these to this? I will point to 2, square it to make 4. 3 squared is 9, 6 squared is 36, and 5 squared is 25. Save, run it, 4, 9, 36, and 25. What will be the approximate numerical derivative of x squared if x is equal to 4? Control S to save, Control Alt N to run. And the derivative is approximately 8. What will happen when I add list A to list B? It'll create a single list that says 1, 2, 3, 4. Save it, run it, and there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks. What would be the output of this power rule calculator when I run this? It raises the x to the exponent minus 1, multiplies that result by the original exponent, and returns the value. Save, run it, and the result's 48. Thanks. How does a Python dictionary work? There's a key and a value. If I type this in, this value will come out. Same with type that in, that value will come out. Save, run it, and there it is. What would this int to string function return when I run this? I want A to be 1, B 2, C 3. Since indexing starts at 0, I can subtract 1 from whatever I put in. So save, run it, and 2 is B. Then you solve the puzzle. What word will it print out when I run this? Control S to save, Control Alt N to run, print CAB. Cab. What would be the output of the string to int function? I want A1, B2, C3. Indexing starts at 0, so I add 1 to it. So I put in B, save, run it, 2 pops out. How does a for loop work in Python? Range creates something like a list. I points to each element in the list every time it loops around. I will point to 0, print it out, point to 1, print it out, and 2. This will do the same thing. Save, run it, there it is, 0, 1, 2, and 0, 1, 2. This is a concise way to write functions in Python. Separate each part by a semicolon, Control S to save, Control Alt N to run. There's the output 5. This is the creation and training of a single perceptron in a neural network. There's the input, weight, and target output, the loop, Control S to save, Control Alt N to run. The prediction gets closer and closer to 7. It's the correct prediction. How does Enumerate work in Python? I will point to index 0, J will point to element A. It'll print it, index 1, element B. Print it, index 2, element C. Save, run it, 0A, 1B, 2C. What will be the output of this? Here's how to sum a list in one line in Python. Just create the list, put it in the sum function, save, run it, 2 plus 4 plus 6 equals 12. What do you think will be the output when I run this? This assigns 5 to A, 21 to B. C is A divided by B. When I run it, it'll say original. Then it will show the answer because I'm passing the variable in here. Below that, it'll show the rounded version. When I run it, Control S to save, Control Alt N to run. And there you go. The original was this, then the rounded one was this. Since the 8 digits greater than or equal to 5, it rounded the previous digit up to 4. What will it print when I run this? It'll add element-wise. 1 plus 7 is 8, 10, 12, 9, 12, 15. Save, run it. 8, 10, 12, 9, 12, 15. I made some Python comedy. This is a for loop assigning for loop. The for loop goes through the for loop and Control S to save, Control Alt N to run. What do you know? It prints for loop. What will be the output when I run this? Control S to save, Control Alt N to run. And it's true. A does equal B. What will be the result when I run this? Does 1 equal true in Python? Can test it out. If the result says true, 1 does equal true. Save, run, and it does equal true. This is going to see how long it takes to go through a for loop 10,000 times and assign a variable, how long it takes without assigning a variable. 0.0006 seconds and 0.0003 seconds. It's about twice as fast without assigning the variable. Here's a way to conceptualize how a for loop works. You can picture J is like Velcro and it sticks to 0, and it does whatever's indented here, which is print 0. Then J will stick to 1, and it'll print 1. Then J will stick to 2, and it'll print 2. And then 3. When I run this, it'll print 0, 1, 2, 3 for this code up here, and 0, 1, 2, 3 for this code here. So run it. There's 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. What will happen when I try to access a list inside of a dictionary? There's the key for the dictionary. There's the list. There's the index. Control S to save. Control Alt N to run. And the output is 1. This is how to do list comprehensions in Python. Write the for loop as usual, but instead of indenting, place this to the left. Save, run it. It prints 0 times 2 is 0, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6. What's the purpose of functions in Python? One thing they can do is help reduce the number of lines of code. Instead of writing this here, 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 and here, I can just call the functions, pass in the numbers. Control S to save, Control Alt N to run, and there's the output. It helps organize code into reusable blocks. It helps simplify complex tasks, enhances the code readability, makes it easier to debug, and can help with memory. There are a lot of benefits to functions. If they're somewhat complex programs, functions can be pretty useful. What will it print when I run this? This is creating a NumPy array from this list. This is doing the same thing. This multiplies them together element-wise. 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 6 is 18. Save, run it, 4, 10, 18. What will be the output when I run this? Control S to save, Control Alt N to run. It outputs this first, then it outputs this. Because of the colon, comma, this separates the thousands, millions, and so on. Makes it a lot easier to read. What would be the output of this NumPy addition? Control S to save, Control Alt N to run, and it's 4, 6. 1 plus 3 is 4, 2 plus 4 is 6. What would be the output when I run this? This is a dictionary. Put the key, it'll show the value. Put the key there, it'll show that value. Control S to save, Control Alt N to run. It's showing value 1 and value 2. Thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe.